Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Majin Starcraft. Today, well, not today, it's still the day of today, and we're gonna bring you a Terran versus Protoss match on the Jungle Basin. Just because it's a Jungle Basin and switching up the maps a little bit. So yeah, I decided to cast another game of Majin Starcraft today because why not? So our match is going to be between Fenix and MnMVadar or Vadar. Vadar or Vadar. I think calling him Vadar would be too much like Darth Vader, so we're actually gonna go with Vadar. Sounds funkier too, doesn't it? Vadar laying down a pylon. In recent news, I've started to be trolled on YouTube. That's right, I've started getting my first trolls. I'm so proud. I'm just very proud of myself. It's surprising. I didn't expect it to come so soon. Thank you. You like me. You really like me. Now, of course, the problem with trolls is that they simply say, "Oh, you suck," without ever giving a valid reason. I would openly take criticism. Openly take criticism on my casts if they are valid. Not, "Oh man, you suck. You are not interesting." Your point of view. Some people like it, some people don't. I guess if you're on the video and if you're still watching, you like it. Anyway, we're gonna have a little bit of harassment here from the probe, from Vadar. Vadar actually forcing Fenix to bring out the SCV, and that means that one SCV is gonna chase down the probe, and while the other SCV builds. Now let's see, will this probe lay down something? No. So standard build for both guys, getting out gas, getting out gateway, racks on the way. So yeah, everything is standard at the moment, nothing really special. There's a second pylon for Vadar, and everything is going neat. We're gonna have an early marine to deal with the nasty probe who is still hiding around here, and there's an orbital command. Meanwhile, the Protoss is probably lay down a core, and once the core finishes, since there's no early zealot, we'll probably go stalker. Okay, as I was saying about trolls, I will openly take negative commentary if they're based on something, on some kind of logic, not opinions. Some people don't call me a bad caster, and I suppose my voice and my accent could be a problem. Remember guys, I'm not American, nor am I British. My accent is Eastern European, and I have a slight lisp, if you haven't noticed. Trying to keep it under control. I guess I could talk with some kind of strange accent, and here comes the probe to drill its way into the warping in pylon. But decided that's not a good idea, and apparently I am a god of seeing the future. There is that early stalker to deal with the scout, and warp gate technology is on the way. Meanwhile, no second racks. We have a factory. Will it be a 1-1-1 build? Second gas on the way for Fenix. We'll see if this transitions into a starport, or if it's simply gonna go Hellions and maybe then secure an expansion. We'll see. And yes, it is your typical 1-1-1 build right here on Jungle Basin for Fenix, while Vadar is not getting anything, hiding a Twilight Council. Now this is something that I've seen on this map and on Steps of War, hiding tech buildings. It is a great way to throw off your opponent, because he could easily think that you're going for mass gateways. I've seen it mostly used by Protoss, that's why I'm saying gateways. So you get down a couple of gateways, you get it even more, and you trick your opponent into thinking, oh, hey, this guy is going mass gateway units for now. Nothing really special, no tech buildings. However, we do have this hidden right here, and there's a stalker to deny the Hellion scout, and the Hellion is actually gonna have to back out of there without seeing anything. A scan is very unlikely to see this right here, so a scan would have to come right down about here, and seriously, I would have actually hidden it even more. But then again, hiding it here would probably reveal, will probably get scanned if the scan is used on the expansion. So we're gonna have Blink Stalkers, ladies and gentlemen. Blink Stalkers off a 3-gate against a couple of Marines. If we look at the units tab, how many? 5 Marines, a couple of Hellions. The starport has yet to produce anything. There is a siege tank, and siege mode is not being researched as of yet. So interesting. Fenix is on the defensive for the moment. We do have still a couple of scouts on the map. There's an SCV, there's a Hellion, so trying to see what is going on with Vadar. Still having fun with Vadar, and Vadar is gonna have the great opportunity with it to just blink here. There we go, blinking in, and there we go. Fenix apparently really annoyed by this, and now we're gonna have the big fight. Gonna have the Marines run in here, but they decide to back out. This expansion is pretty much lost if Fenix doesn't move in here, and he's gonna move in. There's an SCV trying to soak up some damage and blink out of there, and now Vadar is actually going into the main. Blink stalkers are so annoying. Blink here, blink there, blink here, blink there, and this can assault the Terran and make the Terran run from one corner to the other, taking out the bunker, and that is huge. Not necessarily in mineral cost right now, but simply because it will make the Terran a lot more vulnerable for run-ins. A bunker provides a much more robust position. Again, taking off a couple of Marines there and blinking out. So very nice harass from Vadar right here. As you can see, same about a resource count. Gonna take out the SCV. I don't know. Yes, the SCV is dead. Gonna try and take out the bunker. Doesn't manage it. And apparently we had an observer lift. And what did Vadar do? Actually get a Dark Shrine. And here's a Dark Templar inside the base. And now this Dark Templar is gonna come in here and take out SCVs. There's not enough energy for the scan here. There's no scan here. There's no detection for poor Fenix. Fenix is gonna get ripped apart right now. Vadar moving in, gonna take out the supply depot. That means, no, he's not supply block at the moment. Fenix is not supply block, but he's almost there, taking all his SCVs. And what is he gonna do? He's taking everything out and gonna move on with his army. He's hoping to attack, but he will not. Probably gonna try for a base race or something, but he knows he can't at the moment. Gonna try and run in. He almost has enough energy for a scan. Is there a Raven? Oh, there is a Raven on the way, which is why these stalkers are trying to focus down this starport. Once the Raven goes out, this Dark Templar will be toast, but until then, why not do some more damage? And right now, Vadar is doing great damage. No mining time, taking out SCVs, coming in here. Oh, the Dark Templar almost took out a tank there, and now the Raven is here and luckily saved this tank from certain doom, and now Fenix is on the run. Meanwhile, Fenix securing his natural and another expansion. So Dark Shrine, natural, very nice harass for Fenix, and now apparently transitioning into a robotics facility build. We might just see just a few observers, or we might see Immortals. Immortals are good against tanks. Immortals are really good against tanks. God, these players didn't even let me rant on about my trolls. Damn you, Fenix, damn you, Vadar, not letting me rant about my trolls. So, continuing the game, right now, fairly iffy to say who is in the lead. Unit's last tab says that they're fairly similar. Vadar slightly ahead. However, I think that because of the mule count, Fenix will be able to catch up really fast in the mining time he's lost. It's all gonna come down to the next couple of builds if they decide to transition. Right now, production tab says Zealot legs. So we're losing the Phoenixes and going lots. Lots are good. Lots are good against tanks because they can charge in really fast. They're gonna get shelled once or twice. But once they charge in, they can take out the tanks. The problem is we have a couple of Marines here. There's no stim. This is huge. Marines without stim, not that effective. There is a medevac here, 2 medevacs to make this last a little bit longer. And now Fenix is actually marching in and taking out this expansion. But meanwhile, Vadar is just gonna march inside poor Fenix's base. So now Fenix has to run all the way back. Yay! Meanwhile, this command center is flying up because there's a DT here. Great! Starport has fallen. So Fenix is now probably gonna lose. I don't see him coming back from this. Here we have a lot of SCVs and tanks, and here is another Dark Templar. So Dark Templar play is great. Right now, because the Raven left, there was no detection. Maybe getting a robotics bay before he left. Not robotics bay, Jesus, he's not Protoss. Engineering bay for missile turrets would have been better. Meanwhile, this TT is gonna take out this expansion. Will it manage to take out this expansion? Will it manage to take out? It's on fire. It's on fire. 50 damage, increasing. It needs to lift up soon. It needs to lift up. Go DT, go lift up at 140 health. And it's flying to get the repairs and gonna try and land here. Will it manage to get there in time? It's losing health fast. poor command center. Meanwhile, this base for Vadar hasn't fallen. It's getting saturated. His natural is saturated. So right now Vadar is on 3 base, while poor Fenix is on only 1 and probably very behind in the harvester count. 20 over 57. I mean, really, just 20 over 57. Come on, this is a slap in the face. So here comes running in a probe in there, just for, I don't know, insultment purposes. I don't see why. This game is really one-sided at the moment. Fenix is backed into a corner, and I don't know if he can come back from this. How will he come back from this? I don't know. Getting that engineering bay, a couple of missile turrets, and leaving, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 Marines here for the detection and to deal with DTs would probably be the best choice. But right now, Fenix is in a bit of a pickle, and here comes the charge lots right in those Marines. Tanks not sieging up because there's no siege mode, and there's an immortal here to deal with the tanks, and the charge lots just plowing through the Marines. And now we have these oh, Raven falling. That is huge. That is so huge because the Raven is dead. Guess what he can warp in? He can warp in DTs. No DTs, more lots. So more charge lots. The immortal is still here to deal with. Oh, and just, yeah, there it is. GG. GG, he knows he didn't have anything to do. He lost too much. His harvest account was in the dirt. Production tab says siege mode was on the way, but it's really late. Vadar was already on 3 bases at this point, so GG, great GG, it's all I can say. Good play from both these, from Vadar, constantly applying pressure and diversifying your build. First Blink Stalkers, then the DTs, and poor Fenix was just trapped inside the base. Just couldn't do anything. Couldn't expand, couldn't do anything. So, thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe if you like it. If you don't. Please don't troll, because my opinions about trolls is very, very bad. It's simple. If you take enjoyment about being an asshole, then you're just pathetic. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.